Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today actually we are going to revise the previous topics that we have covered. So let's start with the radicals, right? So we have done the radicals, surds, exponents and all of those things. So let me just start with some questions. Today we are going to discuss very strictly based on some technique based questions, right, which can help you guys to achieve A's in your exams. Before starting, please like, share and subscribe my channel for more such fun videos, more such explanations of questions and concepts. So let me write the first question for you for exponents. So if you want, I can revise you the laws of indices or the laws of exponents first. The first law says a to the power m times a to the power n will give you a to the power m plus n, right? I hope you remember this. When you have the same basis and there is a multiplication sign in between, then you add the powers. Similar is for the division one. When you have something like this, or it can be written like this, so then you are going to subtract the powers, right? Third one, when you have a to the power m times n, that will give you a to the power m times n. I mean, when the two brackets are given for the same base, then you're going to multiply those powers, right? Next one is a to the power m times b to the power m. Now you can see that the bases are different here. So it's a times b and whole power m. Similarly, it will be there for the division thing, like this. If it is given something like this, then you're going to write it a by b whole power m. Sixth law says a to the power negative m. When you have any radical, any power in the negative form, then you're going to take the reciprocal of it and make it positive, right? Seventh one is very easy to understand. When you have any number, any base, and that shows your power 0, that means that answer is equivalent to 1. All right, these are the very basic and straight laws for indices, right? Let's just take some questions. If I'm saying simplify 2p square to the whole power 4 times 5p square root q to the power 6. All right, can you see that? This is going to be a little difficult one, but I would suggest you to open the powers first or open the surds. Okay, what I mean is you're seeing 2 to the power 4. I gave you a law here, which is this, right? If you have something like this in whole power, then you separate it with making the powers separately, right? That means it is 2 to the power 4, p to the power 4, q square is already there, and power whole 4, right? That is, times 5p, and this will give you, this is a square root, right? So square root will give you what? Square root will make the powers, make the pairs of 2, right? That means it will give you directly q to the power 3, right? Because every square root is written as this, power half, right? So 6 by 2 will give you a power 3 here, right? Now you just simplify it. 2 to the power 4 will give you a 16 times 5. Let's separate the numbers first. So 5 and this times p is 4 and 1, right? That means p is 4 plus 1, right? Then q is going to be, you multiply this. This is the third law of indices. That is giving you 8 plus 3, because this is q to the power 3. And there's a multiplication sign. That's why we are adding those things, right? So the final solution is coming out to be 16 times 5 is 80. p to the power 5, q to the power 11. That's your final solution for this, right? Isn't that easy? You just need to understand what we are doing, right? Simplification questions are not going to be very difficult. These are very easy, but you need to open it properly. Again, a simplification thing: square root of 9 x to the power 6 y to the power 4 over 3x square y to the power 3 whole power 2. Again, that's the same style of question, right? It is just for your you guys understanding, right? So let's just separate this. 9 is a perfect square of 3, so we are writing a 3 here. X to the power 6 will become half now, that is giving you x to the power 3. Y to the power 4 will also be half, nice, right? That will also give you y to the power 2. Similarly, now you open it separately. You take this 2 along with all the numbers separately. That means this is 3 to the power 2, x to the power 2 is already there, and one more 2, and y to the power 3 times 2, right? I am just separating the steps here, but if you are good in understanding, so you can directly write the answers like this. So this is 9, this is x to the power 4, y to the power 6, right? So if you are good enough in doing that, so please write it like this, right? Now I can cancel this. This is 1 and 3, right? Let me change the color so that it is easily visible to you guys. Now you can check one thing, that if I'm taking the x exponents upwards, right, like x3 minus 4 and y2 minus 6, that is going to give me a negative solution here, right? Like this. So instead of writing it, when they are saying simplification, just write your answers in the positive indices. Okay, do not write your answer in negative indices. If they are asking you to write it, then only please do it, right? Otherwise, you're not supposed to use this sort of method. Okay, that will be little wrong. Okay, so it is an easier step to write one instead of writing all of these things, right? And 3, here you are left with x only, and here you are left with y to the power 4, because we are separating that, right? I mean, we are subtracting that. You can cancel that as well. So that's your final solution. Always mention your answers clearly, right? If you want, you can write the laws along with it, so that so that when you are going to revise that, it is for the better understanding, right? Let's just now take a different style of question that want us to write our answers in this form: simplify and write your solution in a plus b root 3 form, where a and b are integers, right? So let's take that question. If I'm writing 5 minus root 3 over 3 plus root 3, so this is the question, this is the form that they have given to us, and we have to make it in this format, right? That means you have to eliminate the square root from the denominator. And for eliminating that square root from the denominator, you only have one option to do, right? That option is called rationalization. So, what is the meaning of rationalization? I think we have not covered that topic yet, so that's why I'm taking it here. Rationalization means that you are taking the conjugate of your denominator and multiplying it with numerator and denominator. So, what is this terminology called conjugate? Conjugate means whatever number is there in the denominator, you take the opposite of it. Opposite means if I have 3 plus root 3 here, so I'll be writing 3 minus root 3 here, right? So that's the conjugate of your denominator in this question, okay? So I'll be writing it like this: 3 plus root 3 times 3 minus root 3 and 3 minus root 3 again. Okay, so that's called rationalization. When you take the conjugate and multiply it with your denominator and numerator, right? Now you multiply it. We simply do the multiplication as we do for algebra, right? Like 5 will be multiplied to both of these numbers first, right? So that is 15 and minus 5 root 3, and then negative root 3 is going to be multiplied with 3 and root 3, right? So that is giving you negative 3 root 3 and plus 3, because root 3 times root 3 is going to be a whole number, right, which is 3, because that's a square root. I already gave you a formulation or a law, you can say, that says this, right? When you have the same numbers in the under root, you can make it in a pair, right? That will give you a whole number. So that's why we are getting a 3 here. Now in the denominator, you will always see a formulation of algebra, that is a square minus b square formula. That formula is a plus b and a minus b, correct? So it's already mentioned in this form, so I'm writing it in this form, right? So that means 3 square minus root 3 square. See, whenever you're going to write a square for it, any number, you just put a square like this, right? I mean a bracket over there, and then write a square of it. Okay, that's the best representation of any question. Then 15 plus 3 is giving you 18, and minus 5 minus 3 is giving you a minus 8 root 3. And in denominator, you're getting 9 minus 3. So that is giving you 18 minus 8 root 3 over 6, right? Now you can separately write it, because they asked us to write in a plus b root 3 form, right? So that's why I'm going to separate this out like this. And always do this, right? You always separate that numbers. So this is 3 minus 4 root 3 over 3. Okay, that's the final solution. So this is already in a plus b root 3 form. So here your a is 3 and your b is giving you negative 4 by 3, right? So that's the best representation. Always mention your answers like this, so that your teacher can also understand that you have a better understanding of the questions. You are understanding what exactly you are doing here, right? I hope this is clear. So for more such things, please like, share and subscribe my channel. I hope you had fun. I hope you understand today's question. We'll be taking more questions, more tougher than this, something more relevant. And if you guys really want, you can also share some questions to me, which I can explain you in my live sessions or on YouTube again. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Goodbye. Thank you.